The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoffs, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hale. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He's going to take off. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchup.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. A little screen to the running back. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got some room to run. He's inside the 40, the 20. Michigan. The defense putting points on the board.
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Hale. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give is to Miller. Got the first down and more. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Finds his man. It's Williams. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
To throw, it's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find...
Oh, he's got some space. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Hand off from the shotgun.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Rides the back on the option. The give. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Excellent pass by the back on the option. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Pulls and throws out the RPO. Still on his feet at the 45. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
That last big play has them in business. Just outside the red zone, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind, but listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Going for 6. Touchdown, Wolverines! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the big fella in the end zone. He's going to find a hole. He's going to find an opening. That guy's, you got to trust him, and I'm going to throw it up and let him make a play like he did right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Hale. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. One final play before the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. Gonna let it fly. And that will fall incomplete as we have played one quarter, a quarter in which they tried to wrap it up with a huge play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Miller.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Oh, better look out. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special technique.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one, and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double-team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Makes the grab. It's Bernard. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so hard to stop as opposed to a guy that just stands in the pocket and you know exactly where he's going to be every single play.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and take it back. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Morgan. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Klein. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. On the move. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Dropping back, it's Russell. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. Looking to throw again. With the catch, it's Williams. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Here's a heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Makes the grab at the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. West Virginia is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 20 over Vanderbilt. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. He's brought down, but did you see the hit this freshman took as he delivered the football? From the gun, the running back looking for room. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Let's go. Break. Ready.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Haynes. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Dropping back, it's Underwood. makes the catch near the sidelines, but he's downed immediately before he gained an inch. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he'll reach for a 53-yarder and have to guide it in with precision from the right side. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. Looking downfield on first down. Going over the top. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Needed to get rid of that football, but just couldn't turn it loose, and the defense got to it. The Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Punt is in the air on fourth down. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. And the return man reaches the end of the line and down he goes. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? Defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot. They hit it.
Intercepted deep in his own end. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Gives it on the option. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Finds his tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. To the air, it's Simpson. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing the NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Under fire. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown tie. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. To the air, it's Underwood. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Runs through the tackle. He rumbles out to the 39-yard line before he's steered out of bounds. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Hey, winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Grabbed behind the line, it's Moore. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Makes a grab past the marker. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on fourth down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical fourth down and execute.
Breaks the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. The final period with a third down play. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the fourth quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
Motion from the wideout. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Underwood. It's complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed. That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just such a huge missed opportunity.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Got enough for the first. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Miller. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Back to throw, it's Simpson. They've got the screen set up. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Bernard.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
They'll immediately call timeout. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Buying some time. Throwing on the run. This ball is picked off in the end zone, but no, he's out of bounds. The quarterback very fortunate to get away with that throw.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Oh, and he missed it. No good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Here's the pressure. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. A low line drive and not his best work. They'll start this drive from the 42. To the air on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it just feels like this game is over. They are going to need a miracle. They're going to need a quick 3 and out. They're going to need a turnover or something to have any shot at getting back in this game.
He'll keep it himself. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read, because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Back to pass. It's Underwood. Snagged in the middle. It's Klein. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. From the 30-yard line on 1st down.
Black 18. Black 18.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. Got the 1st down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more